What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Rewind. Chris and Anish dishing a little shin-shi on your ear, making love to your ear crevasse with our Road to WrestleMania updates here, man. The Swami's back, and gotta say, dude, your picks are holding up pretty damn good for what you did in, February?
Yeah, I think this might have been end of February when we recorded this, or like maybe that first week of March, possibly.
Yeah, man, we're gonna claim February.
We'll claim it.
But yeah, man, the Swami's plan is surprisingly, to new listeners, not to us, coming together. You don't get a nickname like the Swami without having some street cred first off, man. So, let's just first start talking about what happened on Raw this past week. This one will debut right before Friday Night SmackDown on the 27th, so I'm sure we'll have some gems in there. But, dude, let's just out of the gate start talking about, which I believe you called, the Brock WrestleMania match with Obafemi.
Mm-hmm.
That has been pretty badass, man.
This match is going to be awesome, dude. I think this might be the match I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, like it's just meat on meat, Biggie Langston style, I don't know, but you called this because there was rumors back in February, like, is it going to be LA Knight versus Lesnar, all these other, and you said no, it's not, and you called it, man. So what are your thoughts on this so far?
Yeah, this has been awesome. I mean, and I think the fact that Brock is willing to put over Obafemi is making it that much better. Obviously in the past we've seen, if Brock wants to be stiff with you, he's going to be stiff with you. But this seems like somebody he wants to put over and wants to work with and wants to get the best out of, which is a win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought the way they introduced the match was great with the swerve, thinking it was going to be Seth versus Brock at WrestleMania, and then Oba came out. Dude,
and when Brock tried to do the F5, get sent over the ropes, this last time. Just again, when he sells, people so underrated as someone selling as Brock is. It's just like like you said, when he wants to put you over, he'll put you over. But like when he sells, man, it's believable. It's not an oversell. It's not an undersell. It's just that dude. That dude, I feel like when he retires, will probably get the flowers he deserves, like for being what he was as far as an attraction goes. Which it's hard to have attractions nowadays, like your Andre the Giants and your, more or less Hulk Hogan for a while. Like it's cool to see that still existing in pro wrestling.
Yeah, he's that level, dude. I mean, you put him on a card, you're gonna sell out. Yep. Like people are gonna come and watch Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, man. So take us to some of these other matches that you had on your card. How is the Swami's picks stacking up, man?
So we're looking good so far. Obviously, the championship matches, a bunch of them were already kind of predetermined beforehand.
Not the championship match where you more or less called the Orton. Cody swerve there, because I thought for sure it was going to be Cody versus McIntyre again, and you said, not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
And then we had the massive Randy Orton heel turn, which was great.
Fantastic.
And so that's going to be a fun match.
Yeah. I had that as a fatal four-way with Drew and Jacob being in there. Just again, I was just trying to fit as many people on this card as possible, but I mean, Randy and Cody alone, especially with the direction they're taking it in, dude, it's fantastic. I mean, they're building it to where it could be the night 2 main event, honestly. Yeah,
and it's going to be I'm hoping it will be a bloodbath. It'll be something, it'll be one of those type of matches. But yeah, that was one. What's going on with because again, SmackDown sometimes escapes me because of the Friday night. Where's Drew fitting in now, man?
I think it's going to be Drew versus Jacob is what it's looking like. They've been kind of having their little brawls backstage and things like that, and they're still in each other's business. So I think it's still going to be Drew versus Jacob, Fatu. I mean, they've been teasing Drew versus Nick Aldis for a long time too.
Yeah, I've wondered when they were going to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, maybe they're saving that for like the SummerSlam match, possibly. We'll see. But yeah, I think Drew and Jacob Fatu are pretty much set in stone. I think they're headed straight towards a WrestleMania matchup. So that seems like it's going to come to fruition.
I actually got to call a Nick Aldis match one time. He was at one of the federations I was at, and I was on commentary. And that dude's just shredded, by the way. It was back when he was doing his NWA championship run.
Yeah.
And I believe the line I said is, "You can tell this man has never paid for sex."
Yeah.
May have got a little flack for that one. But, yeah, no, I'll take it.
Yeah. But, it's the indies, man. What are you going to do?
Dude, take my lumps. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. But, all right, man, what's next?
Nice. So next, we called the AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch rematch. I think we all saw that coming, especially when AJ won the title at Elimination Chamber. Kind of figured that was going to happen. The U.S. Women's title, still don't really know what's going on with that one.
You kind of called this, though. You kind of said that, Tiffany Stratton, right? Isn't that what you said, to elevate the belt? And I'll be damned if somebody watched that, and here we go.
Yeah, I did predict Io would be thrown in there too, just because Io versus Julia might be an awesome match by itself, but Tiffany versus Julia will be a good one if they end up going that direction. We'll see. This might be a match where they might just leave off the card too.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
I know
is
but they are pushing now Tiffany to the U.S. title, if I'm not mistaken, right? So
yeah.
That's kind of the direction. I think they probably had the same thought process of, hey, we probably need to make this matter a little more. So
yeah, especially with what they've been doing with the IC title on the women's side.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time, dude. Come on, now.
We all love on this podcast. So
we are a Tiffy time friendly podcast. Okay?
Dude, we are, man, all the time,
man. Yeah. Let's see. The other one I had was the women's tag team title, which that seems like I think they're still pushing towards a multi-team matchup.
Dude, I'm just saying, like, your idea about having the first ever women's TLC tag match, dude, I keep getting my fingers. I'm telling you, when that one hits, we're just going to sink our savings into promoting that first podcast and just be like, hey, look, this was called by the Swami, so I don't know what else you need.
Yeah, listen to us now. Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and share for the love of God.
Yeah, for the love of God.
I think that's just such a good idea. Just those multi-tag matches. And, we had the idea, or you had the idea of unifying the men's tag, if we can segue over to that.
Yeah.
What do you think? It doesn't look like we're probably going to get a unification.
Nah.
I think they want to keep the tag titles on both brands, but I just think it's just oversaturated and no one cares.
Well, especially right now.
Tag titles.
Yeah, especially right now, the Usos, they're the tag champions on the Raw side, but they are. That's like their last focus right now. They're fully in the main event picture right now.
Right.
And that's like Roman and CM Punk.
You're like, what the hell? Like, okay, so those belts really just don't matter. I mean, it's one of those where you feel like there'll be. I mean, right now, what on the SmackDown side was the hodgepodge tag team that you're tag team champions right now.
Yeah, Damian Priest and R-Truth.
Right. So it's like, I mean, that's fun. It's a fun for one night, the crowd to see a tag title swap, but it's. I really thought under the Triple H regime we were gonna get more tag stuff, and I mean, to be honest, even those people that are listening to this that watch AEW, AEW tag scene is almost an afterthought now. Mm-hmm. It's FTR is the tag champions over there. I think they just defended against the Young Bucks at pay-per-view, but aside from FTR throwing out all these bangers, it's really not like there's all these tag teams waiting in the wings, and I really hope we're not seeing the beginnings of the death of tag team wrestling, because I really do enjoy good tag team wrestling. So, but they got to do something. Yeah, they've got to do something with these titles or something to elevate it.
Yeah, we'll see. Next week on Raw, they have the Usos versus the Vision in like a street fight. Right. So I feel like the Usos might drop the titles there.
And that's the Logan Paul and
Austin Theory.
Yeah. I like that tag team. Like, Logan Paul, again, as we're also a Logan Paul friendly podcast. Dude's been killing it. had his nice little Tom Brady beef this past week. So little press, with the flag football nonsense. And then I saw the next week Tom Brady in negotiations with WWE, and I said, "Oh wow, neat." Like we didn't all see, we all didn't see that coming. But I mean, hey, you can get the GOAT on your show, get the GOAT on your show,
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna be in Las Vegas. He already lives there.
Yeah, for sure.
Might as well.
Yeah, and he can cost Logan Paul a match or something. There's all kinds of. You need star power at this Mania, as they've already had to lower ticket prices, as I've read. So it's sometimes TKO needs to understand. Again, we said in the past, UFC, WWE, not the same. You can't price WWE tickets like UFC tickets. Yeah.
Listen, say what you will about Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
He's a flawed human being. We all are. But the one thing that he was stubborn about and never changed was pricing out families.
Yep.
Which was the beauty of it.
Yep. He knew that was the core of his business. Side note, I saw for a Liv Morgan meet and greet, which we can segue to that match, was $1,000, and people were like upset that it was $1,000, and I was like, I mean, I can drop $1,000 and meet Liv Morgan, like.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So you're saying there's a chance? Yeah. I'm just like, look, I just have to tell my wife, like, look, things are going to be on pause for this next 30 to 60 seconds of me talking to this girl. So. It's nothing personal. It's Liv Morgan. So, let's do that. So, dude, by the way, great build up for this match so far.
Fantastic. Yeah, the Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer. Dude, they look like they were really throwing some blows on Monday.
Stephanie laid that back shot in, and Liv laid the shit in after that too. Sometimes you need to, you hear about the quarterback, the sack woke him up. It's like sometimes you need that shot to get you in the game, and boy, howdy, were they in the game on this brawl. So I am looking forward to that. I was looking forward to that match anyway.
Yeah.
So I think Stephanie is kind of underrated, even though she is the champion right now. She just has it. Phenomenal worker, phenomenal seller. Like, she's just, I don't know, have high praise for her. And, of course, we also love Liv Morgan. I don't know how you couldn't love Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of wrestling and seeing her journey and how great she is now and how far she's come. So, yeah, that's definitely one. I believe, like, that one was predetermined anyway by the Rumble, but we figured that one was coming.
Yep.
What about on the other side, man?
So, obviously, the other side, we have Jade and Rhea, which is kind of predetermined.
Right.
This one's been building up. It's been kind of, I feel like it's been warming up on me. Like, I feel like it's kind of breaking me in a little bit. At first I was like, I don't know, it just seemed too forced at first, like the first promo together. But it feels like I'm starting to warm up to the idea now. They're starting to get a little more comfortable.
It's getting a little better. goddamn, I hate the bitch please promos.
Yeah.
Like, just stop those, like, forever. I don't want to hear another one of those. Like, I'm the bitch. No, you're the bitch. It's like, oh, cool. Like, who are the fucking ad wizards that wrote that for you guys in the back? Where's that writer? Like, man, why can't we do that? I can write that in 3 seconds for you guys. Like,
yeah, was that the AI bot that they put all this money into to help write?
They're like, hey, just write a bunch of stuff that says bitch, and they're like, ooh, it's edgy.
Yeah.
Just Rhea will be able to carry Jade for potentially a great match. And that's kind of what we're hoping for, all joking aside. But what else we got left on this card, man?
So we had a lot here. All right, let's go through them. So we had some of the ones that we know for sure are going to happen. Obviously, we got Brock and Oba.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we're going to get El Grande Americano versus the original Grande Americano. Seems like that's going to go through.
Another one you called?
Yep.
Swami style?
Got to be mask versus mask. I would hope that would be the case.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, side note on that, I feel like Chad Gable's got to be the one to give up the gimmick at this point.
Yeah, you got it. For me, I assume that this is his last. Okay, guys, I went as far with this as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's start pushing this dude towards a world title picture.
Yeah,
because that's like where he needs to be. He's fantastic talent. He's proven he can do comedy. You know who he reminds me of? And I know it's such a lame comparison. He reminds me of Angle.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I know that's like lame, but as far as his range, like he can, background aside, but like the wrestling background aside, like he can do the goofy. He's in the shush thing for a while. Like he can be he had that mean streak, kind of like Angle did. He's got a great look. I just think that dude can be a champion in the future. So hopefully this will. And this has been fun, but okay, it's run its course. Let's move on.
Yeah. And Ludwig Kaiser as El Grande Americano is fantastic.
Yeah. Dude, and that's really was a kind of slot him in there, in a case of emergency, break glass, and he's killed it. Like, that's been good too, because I think it's showcased a personality we hadn't seen on him before. He was just kind of straight one-dimensional, so that's been good for him too. So either way, coming out of this is probably a pre-show situation. Whatever, day one, I forget they have day one, day two. Probably soon, day three. Who knows? But get this match on. Put these gimmicks behind us and let's move on.
Yeah, agreed. Then we had Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor. Feels like we're gonna go towards that. The only question I have with this is, are they gonna throw Penta in there and make it a triple threat for the IC title? Which looks like it might be the case because I don't know who else is really gonna challenge for the IC title at this point. I think I had Penta versus Javon Evans just to get Javon on the card. But they might keep him off just to make sure he's fully prepared for when he does get on there, right?
Yeah, I think at this point, like they're doing a good enough job to get him exposed weekly, and he's still. I mean, what is he like? Is he 20 or 21?
21, I think. Yeah.
Jesus, hate to tell you what I was doing at 21.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't that at all. So I'm with you on that. Like I mean, do you think we get like a 3-way, like with JD thrown in there, with the Vision? I mean, that's because he was kind of torn for a little bit between Balor and Dominic, and I guess now siding fully with Dominic, but that whole foundation could crack. I don't know. Like, it feels like that there's something with all three of those that needs to happen. Just I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah,
I feel like once this falls apart, JD McDonough is just gonna be kind of gone into the abyss. Yeah, again, unfortunately.
Once that faction, this is Mania's probably the last bit of that faction, I'd assume. So
yeah, I think so too. I mean, we could, but I think with JD siding with fully with Dominic, I don't know if they're going to throw it through
there's anything
right now.
they can do.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yep. Let's see, what else did I have here? I also had Carmelo versus Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams for the U.S. title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll get Trick Williams in that spot. I feel like we're still going to get Carmelo versus Ilya Dragunov because I mean, you can have those guys.
Oh yeah, that's just
wrestle
grab
100 times.
Your beer and enjoy it. That's all that is, man.
Yeah,
those dudes can straight go.
Exactly.
Always a fun match.
Yeah, and especially with the first hour of both nights being free on ESPN.
Yeah,
I feel like this would be the perfect match to have on one of those nights.
Yeah, you wanna convert some people that haven't watched wrestling in 20 years. Let them go watch that match, and they'll be like, "Holy shit!" Like, let's go tune over to this WrestleMania thing. So that's also a good get by WWE to do that on ESPN. That's smart.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good on them.
Let's see, what else did I have here? I had Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black, but we got that this past week on SmackDown, so I don't know if they're gonna run that back again.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this might be just a situation where a lot of these guys are gonna be left off the card.
Yeah, it sucks too for Sammy. It's just like that dude. I mean, he's gonna get a world title run, before it's all said and done. I have to assume, but it's just like, I enjoy watching him work and enjoy everything he does, but can't have everybody on the card.
Yeah, exactly. Then the last one I had here was Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, which if Logan Paul is going to be going for the tag titles, they might be occupied with that aspect of it at WrestleMania. I can see maybe Seth Rollins.
You think Seth's still hurt?
I think he is. I don't think he's medically clear yet.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think that he's come back, so I think he may just interfere at Mania. still mess with the vision on that situation, because that's kind of the vibe I got. Not that he's like limping or moving weird or whatever. Like, the way he's been used kind of seems to me like, maybe this is just a way to get him back on TV, and because I mean that's what happened famously with he just got arrested, quote unquote. We had Stone Cold when he had his neck hurt. They let him do a lot of stuff like Seth's doing, where he's on TV weekly. You still see him. And then you look back. I remember when I was like reading behind the scenes on Stone Cold when he hurt his neck after the Owen incident, and like goes back, and I was like, I never even noticed he wasn't wrestling every week. Like, just because I was just so into him flipping people off, drinking beer and giving stunners. Like, you don't realize there's like 3 months went by where he didn't wrestle or some shit, and he was even more over than he was when he started with that kind of exposure. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Is probably Seth still a little banged up, dinged up, so good for him and good for them using him that way.
Yeah, I heard they're holding out hope that both him and Braun Breaker will be cleared before WrestleMania. They said there's a possibility, but I think they're slow playing it just in case it doesn't work out. They don't want to be caught in
because as we record this, we're like 3-ish weeks out.
1, 2, I would say about 3.
Yeah, so I mean, like you'd have to throw some gas on that fire real quick. I mean, they are keeping him relevant, so I guess all it would take was a Braun return, and then you could set it up in a week or two. I don't know.
You're telling me Braun Breaker can't be one of those masked guys in a black hoodie?
Oh, dude, easy.
Just spear him? Yeah, that's...
easy.
Yeah.
Easy. So listen to the Swami, man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Like, we're going to keep doing these, try to do these weekly, and keep you updated, but pretty impressive, dude, from your list that you started with, where we still got a lot going on here. So
possibilities are real still.
Yeah, so got hope. We need to just start betting on these early on.
I know, right? Before the lines like fully move. Yeah.
Before you move the line.
Yeah. Real quick. Obviously, Randy Orton had that one phone call with the mysterious person on Raw, ending it with the whole Cody slogan. There's more than one royal family.
Yeah.
Who do you think is on the other end? Who do you think we're gonna see?
I have no idea. Who do you have?
The two that would make sense with everything, it'd be one, The Rock, obviously,
right?
Just because he has history with Cody, the whole more than one royal family,
right?
Obviously, and the other is Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ooh, well, he did just get acquitted, right? Is that true? I think that trial.
Yep.
I think that he got acquitted. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean the history there with Cody and Ted from back in the day. I don't know if WWE would touch that dude right now with it being so welfare fraud and all that other shit that's like looming over him right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're up to date on that, but that whole trial I think like just finished a couple days ago. The Rock obviously is the one that they're teasing with it. But this is one of those like we talked about before. It's like as soon as you have anything mystery, our brain is going to go because I'm immediately like, well, it's obviously Vince McMahon, or just kidding. But like, could it be Shane McMahon? Could it be something along those lines? There's no connection with Cody, but when you're talking about, families or whatever, I don't know. I feel like we just set ourselves up for disappointment on these things.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Well, that's what happens when you let us speculate. Don't let us speculate. Just tell us.
Yeah, or just don't set it up like that. This one isn't that bad. At least they weren't like, hey, next week we're going to have something that's going to change wrestling. Which, coincidentally, next week, you and I are going to have an announcement that'll probably change all of pro wrestling. So, weekly, we do that for you guys. Yeah. So, what is it going to be? Who knows?
Who knows, dude?
We don't even know. Yeah. Just throwing it out there. Do you have it? Do you have anything else, dude? You want to wrap up with?
No, that's all I had. We'll see where these next 3 weeks takes us, man. Hopefully, some of the stuff will pan out, but we'll see.
Dude, it's pretty exciting so far. If you're watching on YouTube, man, leave the comments. Who do you think the mystery phone call was from? Who is the family? What if it's mafia? What if it's just like What if it's actually the royal family? What if it is the queen in there?
Or like the Saudi prince or something like that.
Yeah, the Saudi prince. And they show up and they're like, hey, all WWE is now in Saudi going forward. And we're like, what? So, all right, man. Well, if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, hit us up in the comments section. You want to see us cover something, man? Let us know. And we appreciate you tuning in, guys. And we will see you down the road.